Good day, guys. This video is on my fellow Nigerians. Today, I want to talk about an experience I had or I witnessed that makes me believe that with determination and consistency, we can transform our nation. We can build our nation to become greater. Now, I remember in my school days in Enugu State University of Science and Technology, that was 2002 or 3, I think 2002 or 3, yes. So then there was nothing like USSD in banking. There was nothing like easy transfer online. If you needed money, you have to go to the bank. You get to the banking hall, you withdraw, and you go your way and use it for whatever thing you want to do. So the bank I was using, the former Standard Trust then, in Enugu, Standard Trust usually used to carry so much crowd. And the branch I opened my account with, or the branch I normally used, was beside a major market. That's, I've forgotten the name of the market anyway. So each time you go to that branch, the battalion, the crowd you see there, sometimes you want to collect 2,000 naira and you spend 4 hours in that bank. So going to the bank was like a terror. It was a nightmare for everybody. Now, one day I was in the banking hall. Okay, let me describe the bank a little. Now, in the bank, they had 2 banking halls. They later opened a hall behind the main banking hall. That hall was used to attend to savings account holders only. Now, they use this to reduce the number of people in the main banking hall. So, on this particular day, we were in the main banking hall. As the crowd was building, it got to a point where the bank became very rowdy. So normally what they do is once the bank gets rowdy or once the crowd is much, they will now move some people. They will come to the line, cut the line from somewhere and move everybody to the banking hall behind. So when they did that, later one woman came in. She came in with her withdrawals booklets, obviously for savings accounts. Then she joined the line. Now the teller was this very brief guy, and the woman is this very tall woman. She's tall. She should be over 6 feet because she was taller than me. I'm 6 feet, but she's taller than me. So after a while, the guy noticed she was holding her withdrawals booklet. The guy now told her that, "Madam, go to the banking hall behind." She did not answer him. She did not look at him. She didn't say anything. She just kept quiet. But she acknowledged what he said by looking at him and letting him know she has heard him. But she stood there. So she was still moving with the line. Then it got to her turn. She gave the guy her booklets to withdraw. The guy looked at her and said, "Madam, I said you should go to the back." She didn't utter a word. She took back her withdrawals booklet and waited. The guy now attended to the next person. Then after that person, she gave the guy her booklet again. The guy looked at her. He said, "Madam, I've told you before, go to the back banking hall." She took her book. All this while, she didn't utter a word. She took back her booklet and waited. The guy now attended to 2 more people. She now gave the guy her booklet again. The guy just looked at her, exasperated. He didn't know what to do. So what did he do? He paid her and she left. I was looking at this thing and to me it was like a movie, but I learned something. Now, when you repeatedly do something, the chances of success increases. It's like when the Bible says that if your neighbor comes to you in the middle of the night and asks for food, will you reject him? The truth is, before your neighbor comes to you in the middle of the night, he's very determined because he's in a critical condition. So, the woman achieved success because she was consistent with her effort. Now, the question I want to ask us is, we as Nigerians, have we been consistent in applying the principles of leadership and growth to our nation, to ourselves? If we apply these principles consistently, because the truth about life is that not because you determine something, then the thing will automatically just fall into your lap. No. If you sit down and determine to become a graduate, will a certificate just fall into your lap? No. Or if you want to become a professor, will it just fall into your lap? No. You have to go to school. First semester, second semester, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. And if you're doing a 5 years course, fifth year. And if you're doing things like medicine, maybe you have gray hair before you come out with your certificate. Okay? So the fact that you determine to achieve something doesn't mean that thing is just going to fall into your lap. No. It's going to go through processes, and you have to be repeatedly doing the success thing you do. The thing you do to achieve success, you have to repeatedly do it. There's a saying, there's a quote I saw a long time ago. It said, successful people do daily what failures do occasionally. And it's the truth about life. Because it's just like when we're in school. If you're in school, if you're a student and you read your book only prior to exam, 1 or 2 weeks to exam, chances are you will score averagely in that exam if you don't fail. But if you're the kind of student that has been reading your book from the beginning of the term or from the beginning of the semester, by the end of the semester, you're not even scared of the exam because you know you have good knowledge about what you're going to do. So repetition is what brings about success. And for us to achieve the success we desire in Nigeria, for us to achieve the greatness we want to, for us to transform our nation, we have to be consistent in applying the principles of success. Is it the principle of honesty? We have to consistently apply it. We don't have to quit. We don't have to relax or relent and say, I've tried it, it's not working, so I'll relax. No. Even the Bible says that a successful person is your ability to rise the 8th time after a fall. So in everything you're doing, setbacks will come. But those setbacks are meant to teach you certain things about life, certain truths about life. So my point is that those moral principles, those leadership principles that you apply, that you think when applied can help to build our nation to become a better nation. Consistently apply them in the things you do. Consistently do them. Don't relent. Don't fade. Don't quit. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Why I say this is, I come to observe that a lot of good people in Nigeria have buried our head in the sand. Because we believe that Nigeria is irredeemable, or we believe that Nigeria has gone beyond the point where somebody can do so, or we believe that our effort is insignificant when compared to the amount of moral insanity we see around us. But the truth is, your voice counts, your effort counts. Rome was not built in a day. Rome was built over time. But Rome was built with blocks. Every building has blocks, and each block is important to that building. So you as an individual, you're important to the building called Nigeria. I need you to practice consistency in your principles. Do them repeatedly. Nigeria will become a great nation. We are all important to this process. If you're a good head, don't think about jackparing. Don't jackpot to anywhere. Because when you jackpot to anywhere, you'll be treated like a third-class citizen. But when you remain here, it may be challenging, it may be tough in the beginning, but with time, we will achieve the greatness we desire. I believe in Nigeria, and I believe that we can make Nigeria great if only we try with our personal efforts. You're a key to the growth of Nigeria. You're important to the process. Don't look down on yourself. Your moral values may seem insignificant to you, but never let that thought stop you from practicalizing your moral value, your principles, your discipline, your integrity. Apply them. You may not have integrity all around in everything you do, but there are specific areas you have integrity. Start applying them. Take it to the next level, and we'll build a greater nation. I believe in you, and thank you for believing in Nigeria. Cheers. Good day, guys. This video is on my fellow Nigerians. Today I want to talk